Turn now to developments in the Middle East. A double rocket attack in the Lebanese capital Beirut has heightened fears that Syria's civil war is spreading across the border. While speaking publicly in Lebanon, the leader of Hezbollah made clear that they were very much in favour of President Assad, send soldiers there to fight on his behalf and so on. So let's now talk to Barak Seener, Middle East. I'll get this right. You're an associate Middle East fellow at the Royal United Services Institute. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Well, this rocket attack was on a Hezbollah area of Beirut, but obviously indicative of terrible tensions now with what's happening across the border in Syria.
Lebanon and Syria are serving as a centrifugal force, attracting Sunni-Shia tensions that exist throughout the region. A few months ago, Hassan Nasrallah, the spiritual leader of Hezbollah, visited the supreme leader in Tehran, and both the supreme leader and the head of the Republican Guard actually came up with an operational plan to send something like 150,000 Shia fighters to support the Assad regime. The reason why Hezbollah now is being much more outspoken, despite the fact that initially it was in denial, is not simply because people can witness the burials of Hezbollah fighters, but because, echoing Senator McCain's assessment, there's an assessment that that President Assad can remain, that the status quo is tenable. And the problem with that is that that will heighten sectarianism across the region.
And the fact that Hezbollah supports President Assad is not surprising, is it really? But on the other hand, it looks as though President Assad is actually rather making progress in the civil war himself. So that this does begin to alter the balance of power altogether.
I think that in every civil war, in every conflict, even that which is not civil, power dynamics are always in flux. If you remember the Libyan civil war, one would see that the initiative went to the rebels and then it shifted on the side of Gaddafi, and no one assumed that Gaddafi would last as long as he did, and no one identified or predicted that he would go when he did. So things are constantly in flux, but the tensions are likely to remain because Iran sees Syria as essential, as the linchpin for its Middle East policy, in order to extend its Shia crescent across Syria into Lebanon, and it perceives Syria as being its 35th district. So one can expect from the sectarianism to increase, whether it be in Jordan, whether it be in Iraq, whether it be in the Gulf. We already see that Iran is cultivating an organization called League of Righteous People and Katib Hezbollah that is Iraq-based. So they would anticipate to send fighters from Iraq, from the Gulf, from Lebanon, from amongst Hezbollah's fighters. So this is a Sunni-Shia civil war that is regional-based.
And going right across the region, yes. Barak Seener, we're very grateful to you. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, the time is just coming up towards, it's 11 minutes to 1. In fact, let's take a look at the headlines. The government is launching a new task force aimed at trying to tackle Islamic extremism.